This looks like a fusion of 2 or 3 Wily Castles. Wily did not have enough time or funds to rebuild his fortress completely, so he cobbled together what he had. And I want to say, I unironically love the Mega Jump in this game. This Zachone was even easier than the first one thanks to that block. Now this one, however, well, you got me there. The atomic laser is better than a spike shot. It deals twice the amount of damage. Again, sometimes I feel the knockback is a bit stronger than what I remember it to be. I'll say this again, the hardest part of the game are not the enemies, it's really the knockback which I'm more worried about. Help. Thank you, Matt. Hardhead is Mega Man's enemy. He would have left him there. Perhaps that was Eddie in disguise. Oh no. That's what I was worried about. Again, they pierce through my guard too. That's what makes them so terrible. And randomly, if you die twice, it seems that you get pulled right back to the start of the stage. Alright everyone, I made it past. So this time, it appears that the boulders are following a set pattern, so that's how I was able to get across. Post-commentary note. Apparently, the crystals and boulders do follow a set pattern. It was just I wasn't paying enough attention, so I thought they followed a random pattern. My complaint about them ignoring vulnerability frames though, that still stands. Something that'll make you happy to know, Daibuman, is that the halfway charge shot deals 2 damage to bosses. Actually, it deals 2 damage to basically everything. At last, Wily Fortress 1 is done. After spending over 30 to 40 minutes on this, I was lucky that the boulders were starting to follow a set pattern. Perhaps the same thing happened during the crystal shard dropping section. Still, I don't like how they can pierce right through your invulnerability frames. Also, how the game sends you back to the start of the stage if you died 2 times there. And if you're wondering what its weakness was, it was a spike shot. Don't worry, it gets easier from here on out. In order to bounce the bosses, I feel they should have had longer invulnerability frames, to account for the half charge shot dealing 2 damage to them. Of course, one of the reasons I may have had difficulty in the previous section would be that I may have not paid enough attention to what was going on. There may have been a pattern all along, I just wasn't getting it. That was a really short stage in comparison. Hello there, Big Pets Tank. Most of the RMs are Frankenstein RMs. In fact, because of how long it takes to fully charge up your charge shot, it's more optimal to use the half charge shot against everything. The Big Pet's tank's weakness was the Thundercloud, by the way. And no, this is not the final stage of the Wily Fortress. There's still at least 2 stages left after this. And I should be using my special weapons more. Again, more than half the special weapons in this game aren't bad. The only ones which I say are a bit underpowered would be the Sonic Blast outside of rocks, and perhaps the Blade Barrier outside of one section. The Spike Shot does get outclassed by the Atomic Laser though, outside of weakness affiliations. One of the nicer Yoku Block sections. Help, let me go please, Yoku Block. Hey Vincenzo, welcome to the stream. I'm getting near the end of this game. Compared with 1, these stages feel shorter, more so with 2. I don't know what this boss's weakness is, but don't use the Energy Flash against it. Using the Energy Flash against this boss refills its health. But hey, at least we have a unique boss fight now. Goodbye, Booby and Trap Mach 2. I don't know what the actual name of this boss is, so I'll call it Booby and Trap Mach 2. I would have preferred if it took more damage from the charge shot. Ooh, that background. Oh yeah, this gimmick from Pyroman stage. The only new gimmick added in this game, and it was actually utilized to a decent amount. A little bit hard to distinguish the red Yoko blocks from the red background. Oops. Yeah, I forgot, this scrolls downwards. My bad. Good thing to put a checkpoint there. I don't really mind this Yoko Block section. Compared to many of the other Yoko Block sections I've encountered in Mega Man fan games, these are on the fairer side. Rematches are in the next stage. A variant of this boss. A modified form of the one boss from Mega Man 4. Hey, at least it's unique. I want more of these types of Fortress bosses. His weakness is the Ice Shard, by the way. From Mega Man 5 and Mega Man 6. Gotcha. Rematch stage time. Like Mega Man 1 and Mega Man and Base, you fight the bosses in a specific order. Power Man is weak to the Ice Shard. Energy Man. He's weak to the Sonic Blast, aka Earthman's weapon. Blade Man. He's weak to Stormman's weapon, the Thundercloud. Frostman. He's weak to the Heat Wave. Yeah, this game actually has 2 weakness orders. Pyro beats Frost, who beats Pyro. And for the other 6 RMs, it's Stormman beats Blade Man beats Spike Man beats Earthman beats Energy Man beats Atomic Man beats Stormman. Earthman. He's weak to the Spike Shot. Like Frostman, he never moves from that spot. Stormman is weak to the Atomic Laser. Atomic Man. He's weak to the Energy Flash. Of course, I used it too fast. Spike Man. His weakness is the Blade Barrier. I don't know about you, but all the RM designs in this game feel meh to me. Hope you saved enough for the Sonic Blast. And now the spike dropping section, where thankfully you fall slower being underwater. And failed to make the jump properly. Oops. I'm gonna take a safe round damage boost. Also note the portrait of Quickman in the background. Depends on the setup. Gravity Man, Night Man, Napalm Man, Gemini Man. Now time to face off against the Wily Machine. For the first phase, it's weak to the Ice Shard. You know, considering many of the other fan games or ROM-hacks I played in the past, I thought this game would be much more generous in terms of E-tanks. For the second phase, it is weak to the spike shot. Now only one stage left over. So the final boss is Wily in his armored suit. Down, Wily. Now time for the ending. and now Mega Man owns the Wily Saucer. So this is a good time to give my overall thoughts on Mega Man Dr. Wily's Return as a whole. First, starting off with the graphics and music. Frankly, I feel the graphics are the best part of this game. Oh sure, most of the tile sets are taken directly from the Mega Man Classic games, but the minor touch-ups that are done, as well as the applications of these tile sets, are decent. All the music was directly taken from the Mega Man Classic series, so I have nothing more to say about them, other than the fact that the Forter stages should have had more musical tracks. Now on to the gameplay. To sum it up, this game was at best okay, but unfortunately had several major dips, which were apparent during Frostman's stage and Wily 1, specifically during the crystal dropping / boulder dropping sections. Enemies don't really deal that much damage to you. What makes most of the enemies dangerous is that they can knock you into bottomless pits. Even all the bosses aren't really that difficult, only one or two don't pose some challenge, but even then they were marginally more difficult. Weaponry in this game was okay to decent. Outside of perhaps two of the weapons, all of them did their job pretty well, although some weapons were definitely outclassed by others. On the point of level design, the best two ARM stages of this game were Pyroman and Spikeman, because they had actual gimmicks that were utilized throughout the stage. In fact, I placed Pyroman over Spikeman, as it had a gimmick unique to the game and two new enemy types, which are modified versions of the Metar and Shotman enemies, but still, they act slightly differently. The rest of the stages, however, they did not have a central gimmick or they barely utilized them. They are rather forgettable, which is what I'd also describe this game as being. At best, this game is okay, but there are more than a few sections with bad level design. Not to mention this engine feels a bit awkward, running at 30 FPS, and has some inaccurate physics. So I rate this game as being below par. So I don't recommend you play this game. I recommend just watching a playthrough of this. Save your time for better fan games. Well then, I hope you all enjoyed my Let's Play of Mega Man Dr. Wily's Return, viewers. If you enjoyed it, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play.